Welcome to another at-home mini lesson. Today is another grammar review, and it looks like we're going to be talking about adjectives. Now, adjectives are those things in grammar that you also don't ever want to forget. So you don't want to ever forget what a noun is, what a verb is, or what an adjective is. So that's why we're doing a nice review of nouns, verbs, and adjectives, because that's something we talked about at the very beginning of the school year. And I understand you're getting a lot of information thrown at you this year, so it's very easy to forget. So a nice review of adjectives. Adjectives are your describing words. So last week in science, you guys talked about the 5 senses. What does it look like, smell like, taste like, hear, sound like, and what does it feel like? You can also use your 5 senses to describe adjectives. What does something taste like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? So adjectives refer to your 5 senses. So we're going to do a quick recap of adjectives before you work on any of your activities for the week. You're just going to have 2 review activities on adjectives. So adjectives could describe people, they could describe animals, they could describe any kind of noun really. So if I'm talking about myself really quick, there are many different adjectives I could use to describe myself. I can use adjectives to describe what I physically look like, the kind of person I am, like characteristic traits. So let's just talk about a few for a second. So if I was going to use an adjective to describe myself, I might say I'm definitely a girl, but what else physically can I use to describe myself? I would say I have long brown hair. So long and brown are your adjectives. Your noun is the hair because that's what we're talking about. So long, brown. So adjectives could be colors, they could be numbers, they could be really anything that describes. What about my personality? So I used long and brown to describe my hair, what I physically look like. What about if I was going to use an adjective to describe my personality? If somebody's like, oh, what kind of person is Miss Wagner? We might say she's definitely silly. Definitely silly. And definitely, I think I'm a little bit weird. Some of you guys sometimes, you looked at me in class like, what is this lady doing? And I'm just like, what? Okay, whatever. And it's okay to be weird. And it's okay to not be weird as well. So these are 4 adjectives I would use to describe myself. I have long brown hair. My personality, I'm pretty silly and I'm pretty weird. I'm pretty cuckoo. And I'm sure in your life you might not have many teachers as weird as me, and that's okay. Now, let's look at this. I happen to have this picture because I'm putting together the kids' scrapbook since I have nothing but time on my hands. So this is a picture, and you can see there's Mason and Logan, and that's my nephew Rowan, that's my husband Nate, and that's his brother Zach. So if I was looking at this picture, what if I was using some adjectives to describe this picture? Well, I can use a number to describe this picture. I can say there are 5 boys in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my adjective would be 5 because my noun would be boys. Boys would not be your adjective. The number 5 is going to describe your noun, which there are 5 boys in this picture. I might say some of the boys are tall, while some are very small. And then if I really wanted to go into details about adjectives, I might say one is hairy, he has a lot of facial hair, while some are kind of bald. I would say one adjective I could use to describe all these, I would say they're all happy. Happy is a nice adjective. It's describing the people in the picture. They all look happy. I mean, except for the baby because he's sleeping, but I'd say they're all pretty happy. Okay, you can also use adjectives to describe your foods. So I went in my refrigerator and I got this, strawberry. So what are some adjectives I could use to describe this using my 5 senses? So let's look at it visually. What would I say? What does it look like? Definitely red. I can use a color here. Okay, how about what does it sound like? Okay, so not every noun you can use what does it sound like, because some nouns, they don't really sound like anything. How about what does it smell like? You guys pretty much are all familiar with strawberries. I would say a strawberry smells sweet. Okay, I'm holding it right now, so that's another sense. So we did, what does it look like? That's one. What does it sound like? Nothing. What does it smell like? That's three. We said sweet. What does it feel like? That's our fourth one. Kind of squishy. So squishy is an adjective. And then the last one, what does it taste like? It's juicy, it's delicious, it's sweet. I love strawberries. They're one of my favorite fruits. So maybe I'm going to say it's delicious. But what if I don't like strawberries? What if I bit it and I was like, and I spit the strawberry out? I can say it's yucky. Or I can use a synonym and say it's gross, it's disgusting. Okay? So adjectives are any word that is going to describe a noun. And again, a noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. And an adjective is going to be used to describe it using your five senses. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Does it have a sound? And what does it feel like? I can also use adjectives as colors. It's red. I can also use adjectives as numbers. Like in that picture, there were 5 boys in the picture. Okay? So just a quick reminder, adjectives describe your noun using your 5 senses, colors, and numbers. All right, so I hope that was a nice recap. And after this video, you're like, oh, I totally remember adjectives, because we actually did a popcorn activity with adjectives. We got to eat the popcorn and enjoy it and use all the adjectives. So I'm going to let you go so I could finish this strawberry without you watching me eat it. All right, good luck with your adjectives.